Hey kiddos, it's Tanglewood Sue with What Can't This Paint Do? It's really not a struggle to come up with new things to do every week with this paint. It's a struggle to narrow it down. That's what I'm saying to you today. So we're coming at you live from the shop. I'm already covered in paint. Instead of my workshop today, I'm actually in the store because I'm working on some smaller custom pieces. I want to make sure that we are going live here and everything's working. Please feel free to comment, come on in, say hello, tell me where you're from. Actually, Holly, that is still too loud. I'm sorry. I can hear it in my ear and then the words can't come out with the music. I can't listen and talk at the same time. So let me know where you are watching from, and if you have a shop, I love to know that too. And I'm here at the behest of Debbie and DIY Paint, and I'm happy to be here and show you guys the cool things that I like to do. My shop is called Tanglewood Works. We are right outside of DC in Maryland. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, yes, I am seeing. All right, I got some viewers. Y'all ain't commenting yet. So I can't tell you here. Say hello, hello, hello. We also may have a little delay. That happened. So Tanglewood Works, and I'm not sure if it's coming through on the screen, but I tried to put up my URL for my YouTube channel. That's where I go live a lot, where I'm going live right now, and where I'm going to show you guys some fun stuff. So fun stuff. Let's get to it. Whoa! Look at this. I don't know why it took me so long to get on, hey Heather, the IOD Prima marketing bandwagon. I wasn't against it. It was just like this constant state of, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. What? Hello? So I finally placed my order. I got them in, and what a perfect time to get in the IOD molds and the new Debbie's Design Diary paint colors. I mean, two great things that go great together. So I made this pumpkin. Now, I know you guys have been seeing a lot of pumpkins on the DIY paint page because, well, it's October. But I do try to give things a little bit of a different spin. So I want to have some fun with you guys today. This may end up being a two-parter. I have a lot of things, kind of like a cooking channel. I have a lot of things in different places along the line of production. So it's a little scattered. But basically, I did a demo on this, and I had a client say, I want one. And I went, yay. And she says, I want it purple. And I went, yeah. Can you tell why? Can you see? I just redid my purple. Can you see? So using my hair as inspiration, what do you think? I think I nailed it. Because I assumed that if she wanted purple, she wanted it like my hair, right? So lots going on. So I want to work with the IOD molds, and I also want to show you kind of my own blending, the lazy blending technique, okay? It's the one paint, it's the one plate blend. Let's see, I might have to trademark that, one plate blend. You can't say that very well though. Somebody come up with another term where basically I use one brush, one plate, and squirt bottles. That's it. That's it. Let me show you what else I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to play with this today and do some molds. I'm also got a pumpkin ready to paint, so you can see that, but we might have to see it all put together at another time. We'll see how we do. But I've also got inspired by this Pinterest post of someone with a sugar skull. So it was a skull, like not a real skull. Like I had to point that out, but you know what I mean. Okay, Terry, I'm going to show you how I made this purple for reals. But let me show you this real quick. So, because this is another idea that we can do together. So this is the IOD molds as well. This is tarnished pearl underneath. So I made these. Anyway, it was a skull thing, probably a plaster thing, and it had these beautiful, like intricate scroll work in black. So I tried to make it. So I just glued these on. So I'm kind of doing a little reveal for you because I can't wait until we're done with my live today to see how this turned out. Holly, you wanted to see how this turned out. So I'm pulling, you can log on. No, just kidding, she's right behind me. Okay. What do you think? What do you think? I think, so I'm imagining this as either decor or an actual mask. So I want to show you what I did because I was able to do this a different color and bend them in. So what do you think? Here, I'll read the comments. Does it need any more? Oh my God, there's a lot of glue on here. Does it need any more? I feel like we got the teeth here. Maybe like one thing right there. What do you guys think?
I think they go with everything.
I think I had an idea. I have a bunch of these made, but I'm feeling like it needs one more thing here. What do you think, Holly? Does it need one more?
I think, are you going to just do 2 colors? Or are you
Yeah,
gonna
this
add...
one's going to be 2 colors. So I think just one more black thing coming down the center.
Yeah, that could work.
I don't usually do black and white, but I was feeling it. But I love the way this turned out over the cheekbones and stuff. So that's something we're doing. Then we've got, so I painted another one. We are going to do the pumpkin today, don't worry. But I also made, hold on, let me see where I just set everything. Yes, I also made more of these that I thought we could do, and I bent them to fit, but I thought we could do more colorfully, like a real Day of the Dead with kind of bright, bright colors. Does that sound fun? Okay. Let's get to the pumpkin. First step is to get your colors on your pumpkin. Now, this is 99.999% DIY paint. But I do have a little trick that I use when I do want to get a little punch up. I don't paint with acrylic paints, but sometimes I will add just a smidge to boost up my DIY paints when someone says they want purple. Okay, so let me show you what I do. First of all, let's take, no, which one are we gonna do? No, I have another one. Oh no, we're gonna use this one. Because I want to do, so we're going to make 2 of these. We're going to make this one, and then I was like, if I'm going to do purple, I'm going to do 2 purple. Okay? So first of all, these things are slippery and they're shiny. You don't need to do this, but I sometimes like to just give it a little bit of a sanding with these plasticky, pumpkin-y things because just because it takes 2 seconds, you know. Anything that takes longer than that, I'm not going to do. Which is why my house is a wreck. There we go. Look, we're about done. We're almost done. I'm just getting the shine off. Just these, like, you know, sanding sponges, Lowe's, Home Depot, you name it. You can find it. Let us know if we can answer anything for you. Oh,
thank you.
Okay. All right. There. Just got the shine off. All right. Here we go, purple. Thank you for blue iris, bright blue. Stick it on a plate. Come on, there we go. You don't need much. I always overpour. Carnival red or marquee. Either one's gonna do the trick, okay? Put that on there. Booyah. And now I'm using tarnished pearl. Just a little. Okay. You can use marquee or carnival red. You can use tarnished pearl or crinoline or any of the whites, really. It's fine. I'm just enjoying trying out the newer colors because they're new. So they're fun. All right, I'm going to tilt this down so I can show you what I'm doing and why. Now you're not going to work for me. Now you're not going to tilt. You tilted all afternoon and now you're not going to do it. Hold on. Let me just get this. There we go. I think I got it. Okay. So our aim is this color purple. So all I'm going to do is dip in here and I'm going to just mix. I'm mixing on my plate, you guys. Can you see that okay? I'm just getting these together and until I kind of get this almost eggplant-like consistency. A little bit more red, a little bit more blue, and then I'm going to pull in a little bit of my pearl. Then, do you see that? All right, so now I've got that color. And what I like to do, here's the why I do it this way. First of all, we're going to do lots of layers. I'm going to pull off my hair. That seems to get on everything I do. And here's how I'm doing this. Actually, that looks pretty darn purple in that light. It's a little bit more eggplant in real life, I'll be honest with you. I guess it's also the way the light's picking up on the orange. Let me know if you have any questions, you guys. I'm here. I am looking at the monitor. I am happy to answer. But do you see how now I'm just going to go almost like in a little circle. I'm just going to put the red straight on. It's very satisfying. Okay, and then I'm just going to dip into my blue. Look at that. That's how I'm just getting all these different purple tones from these three colors, but I'm not pre-mixing them before I put them on. I'm not even hardly mixing them on the plate, and then I'm just going back and smoothing over. All right, let's mix these two up a little bit. Does that make sense? You guys, I highly recommend using smaller pieces to learn how to use the paint. I know a lot of you will do signs, right? I'm a big fan. I made a little jewelry box kits. I'm a big fan of that because I really feel like that's how you can try out distressing on the edges. Okay, now you see how I'm just going back in, like I'm dipping in the white, and then I'm just pulling up again. As long as it is wet, I can keep blending. I could have done like an ombre pattern if I wanted to. I just kind of like it being very, very variegated, I guess. And I'm also just kind of going up and down on this one. So putting a couple on the brush. It's just more interesting. Now, I'm painting it first before I put my embellishments on for a couple of reasons. One is I may want my embellishments. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Hey, Suzanne, thank you. I may want my embellishments. That's the reason I showed you the mask. I may want my embellishments to be a pop color. I may want them to be like a solid color. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to order some aging dust too. I didn't order that the first round, and now I'm kicking myself for that. All right, we're almost there. And here's what's so fun about using this paint. You guys already know this. By the time I get around this pumpkin, it's going to be practically dry. Okay. And don't be scared of just dipping your paint into just one color and going. Look at that. It's really, so now look at all that variation of color. Don't need to be one solid color. That's too boring. What I recommend is getting a bunch of samples. Like in my kits, I have a few different colors you can choose from together, so that you can really play with blending a lot of different colors at once. There we go. Now, this is pretty darn, now do you see this? Let's look at the difference. This is pretty darn purple. I know this client wants just a little bit more of this purple right here. Do you see that? Do you see that kind of on the little one? I know her, and I know what she means by purple, because she's bought stuff for me in the past. So here's my little trick, and oh goodness, hopefully I can do my little trick. Yes. Sometimes when you want just a little extra pop of color, you can mix acrylic paints. Just get, this thing was $2 at my art supply store next door. I always get the really dark colors, the really rich dark colors. And this is why. I only need a teeny tiny little bit. And I don't want this, so I'm looking to see if I can read what color this is. I got to put my glasses on. So I can tell you guys exactly. It is Amsterdam Standard Series Pigment. Good grief almighty, just give me the color. I can't even find it. Holly's younger than me. She might have to see if she can find it with these dark lights, these dark colors. But anyway, here's my trick.
My
And
eyesight is very bad. I don't think.
well, mine's really good, but it's so dark. The color's dark and the labeling's dark, so I can't tell. Let's not waste time. But anyway, here's what I want to do. Turn this off on my screen so I can see what's happening. There we go. I'm going to put the tiniest amount of this. So I think this falls in line with what can't this paint do, because what's awesome about Debbie's paints is if you can mix in a smidge of whatever you want and boost the color, but still keep the quality, the amazing quality of her chalk and clay-based paints. So I know a lot of people, when the new colors came out, we all love them, but you know, there's some people who wanted a a truer purple or truer this or truer that, and I love the way all of Debbie's colors kind of flow so nicely together. So for me, if I need for a custom client a little bit extra, here's all I do. I'm going to dip my brush in there and mix it into a white. And there you go. Now I have that color. Okay? So it's so little. Like you just don't need anything, and it's not going to turn it into a acrylic paint, because we don't want to use acrylic paint. If we wanted acrylic paint, we wouldn't be using this paint to start with. We want to be able to distress it. We want to be able to hit it with a water bottle. We want to do all these things with it. But sometimes we want to boost the color. So this is what I do. I think I did pretty good getting a purple. So that was Blue Iris, Carnival Red, and Tarnished Pearl gets you a really nice, gets you a nice purple. But if you want that pop, here we go. Get that. And I'm just going to put in a tiny bit and kind of blend it in. There we go. Just streaks. It is like my hair. It's just like streaks in my hair. And now I'm going to go over and have this be my second coat. So I don't need much. I just need a tiny little bit. And I also think that's kind of a really good way to work with these paints too, is that, as I've said before, Debbie's paint colors are bright, but they're still saddened. They're still very gray. They're colorful but grayed out tones that are very tasteful for people's homes. But you can really get these colors to pop by just adding a little something. There you go. Like I just don't think this would look pretty doing the whole thing that purple. I want all these colors going on. Okay. Are we getting that? Y'all feel good about that? All right, you know how to make it happen. So 99.99% of Debbie's colors, and then, you know, 1 drop of an acrylic paint if you need it. But this heather color was beautiful all by itself. All right, so we're going to set that aside. Once this is dry, I'll go back and do this. I may even do some kind of metallic, but I think these are great. These are great, and we've got the colors we want. All right, now you can see I'm going to set that somewhere where I'm not going to leave paint. It's going to be 1 square inch of this place that doesn't have paint on it. Let me know if you guys have any questions at all, okay? I'm looking at my camera screen so I can show you. All right, so now you see kind of how I start. Lots of variegated colors here, okay? So this is kind of all over the place. I think it makes it look more like, maybe it was like old verdigris, or more like a cement pumpkin or something like that. So this client wants the same molds. So let me show you how I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to show you my trick for getting them on if you want them a separate color. Hey guys, welcome.
Hello.
So first of all, I've been using this modeling material. I'm selling it from my shop. I'm selling it online. You guys can go to tanglewoodworks.com. I'm loving this stuff. It works really well. It dries really well. It doesn't crack too badly. All right, so I'm just going to take some out here. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Heather. Terry, did that make sense how to make the purple, darling? Did you figure it out? Did I give you all the tricks you needed? I don't even think for this one you really needed that. I don't think you needed my acrylic trick. That was more for this specific client. There we go. Just pushing this in. Yeah, this clay is working so nicely, you guys. I've used the paper clay, and I tend to like this stuff better. And it's bendy. All right, so we're going to get that in. So here's what I've learned. Push it out to the sides, okay? And what's nice is you can, sorry, I'm moving the whole thing. What's nice is how smooth it is. You can kind of push it without it cracking up on you. Okay, then push it to the edge. You're going to have like this little bit that hangs over. Next thing, just push that back in. That's how you can get really sharp, clean edges. Just push it back. There you go. All right, let's see how we do. I missed a little spot. Let me get that. Okay. And then what's so great about these is I don't have to wait at all. And y'all know I can't wait. Y'all know I'm not going to wait for anything. Just kind of press it out. And I also have some mold release that I seem incapable of remembering to bring over here. But I do have some. So I lost my tip. I'm just going to push that back in. There we go. I've been using these molds a lot, so I probably need to clean them out a little better. Anyway. Pretty nice, huh? So now you can kind of use your finger if you want to and kind of clean up any edges that you may have forgotten to push in. You can kind of use your fingers there. But here's the trick. And I learned this last night on my craft club. They all helped me figure this out. All right, so let's say I want to put this on here. Okay, actually, how do I want to do it? I want to do it the same way that one was done. All right, so I want it to go like that. Now, it's got a little bend in it. Now, what I could do is just glue it on right now. But then how am I going to paint it? So what I've been doing is just taking some blue painter's tape here. Okay. So the reason I put my YouTube channel there for you guys is that this is where you can find this live whenever you want. It'll live there and on Debbie's, but if I'm just putting all my videos, all the edited ones and the live ones on YouTube so that they're easy to find and you can search for them. There you go. Okay, now tomorrow I can come in here or later today and this will have the shape. I can paint it any color and then glue it on. I know, let that sink in. This mold is Everly Flourish, Suzanne. Everly Flourish. So tanglewoodworks.com. Go to shop. And all of these molds are right there. I'll ship them right out to you. We sell a pretty big line of the transfers now, the molds, the stencils, and the waxes. The waxes, I think I'm going to have to go live on the next to finish this up and show you how we do the waxes. But they're pretty amazing. So I try not to waste too much. I just push it back in here. And it pushes together pretty well. Yeah, I didn't come up with it. I think it was Jean and Crazy A, sorry, no bleep on here. Crazy A Craft Club which I do want to announce, we are opening to the public. We are remaining a club, but there will no longer be a charge for the club. After much soul searching and loving what I'm doing, we've decided to make the club just an open group, so we can share with everybody and really have fun together and let everybody join in regardless of where they are economically speaking. And so I'm kind of excited about that. So we haven't opened the doors yet, but if you're interested, definitely you can request to join my Facebook group. Crazy A, spelled out, I'm not going to say it, Craft Club. Just asked to be let in, and once we've kind of cleaned it all up and gotten it ready, it's kind of like we got to get everything ready for the big party, where we're letting everybody into what was once a private party. It's now going to be a public party. So come on over. We'd love to have you over there. Okay, so, all right, getting this one up. And if it doesn't come out, don't worry about it. Sometimes just let gravity do it. Sorry, no, I'm not facing the camera. I keep losing that little tail. There it goes. Come from the other edge. Just push it up. You can use these molds, you guys, for the clay. Oh, Suzanne, excellent. Just ask, just knock on the door. I just got to do some, I promised my current members who have been paying for years that they got one more month with me, and I gave them the month for free so we can kind of have our little gathering. But probably by November 1st, we'll open the doors up in just a couple weeks. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm just going to put this one on here the way that I'm going to want it to sit. Does that make sense? And I'm just going to tape it down, and that way it's going to dry right. Now the way I did the blue one was I just painted it all in place. But I think what I want to do with this is paint these kind of a brighter color maybe to blend in with the rest. I'm not sure yet. Now you might be like, well, Sue, why'd you paint the bottom first? Let me tell you why. Because it's harder to get into all these little nooks and crannies. I'll be honest with you. You can kind of press these down, but I noticed, I tried that the first time and I kind of missed a lot of little spots. All right, so now we can just let this one, there we go. We'll let that one dry like that. And then I'll do one more, show you guys. That'll go kind of in between. All right, so this isn't how I'm sticking them on. This is just how I'm keeping their shape. They'll dry hard. And then actually, how much time do we have here? We're already at 30 minutes. All right, I'm going to move on because I want to show you the next step. So we're going to move away from the pumpkin. So you've seen how to get the purple and all the blendy. So these I made yesterday. See how they now fit on there so nicely? Oh, so nicely? Yeah, I have to remember where I put them. All right, so now they're curved into place. So I was thinking that these should really be kind of brighter, more Day of the Dead colors. So y'all want to bust out some fire starter with me? Let's try that. I think I want to do them all a little bit different, but different colors. So let's just put a little bit of fire starter on there. I'm actually thinking fire starter, mermaid tail, and I don't. What are some other good Day of the Dead colors that you see? Let me know, guys. All right, and these have a lot of detail on them, so I'm kind of stabbing in really lightly. They will still break. You don't want them. You don't want to be too rough. Get a little brush. There you go. Those of you who own stores, are you already all stocked and ready? You ready for the holidays? Actually, don't answer that. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how ready you are. No, it's okay. I'm not. I never am. I'm trying to get this right. There we go. Sorry, I keep moving out of frame. Every year I think I'm ahead of the game. And here's the problem. If I would just do what I did the year before, I would be. But I get all these new ideas. Let's make kits, I said. Let's do little pumpkin paint pour kits. Let's do little jewelry box kits. Let's start a whole new line. Let's order IOD molds and Prima marketing transfers, and let's get all Debbie's new paint colors in. So I just get wildly distracted, and then I'm far behind again, and then it all works out anyway. So I'm gonna go from the behind and get these little nooks and crannies there. So I don't want to put this on yet because it'll get, I already learned this the hard way, it'll get the orange, but I'll hold it on there so you can kind of see. Okay. I think that's going to be so cool. We'll do that. And then I think the two cheekbones should be, sorry, I think they should be bright turquoise. What do you guys think? You guys down with that? Either mermaid tail or actually, ooh. Or we could use our new green. Let's do that. We haven't done that yet. Let's put a little blob of that on there. Oh, yeah. And the other thing I was thinking is we could also use a little bit of wax, metallic wax on these, or white wax. I was even thinking of white wax on the black one. Okay. And there we go. You guys see that? Oh, yeah. It's nice here. We have a lot of nice light in the store. So yeah, we've been paint pouring pumpkins, making sugar skulls. Like, I'm still making, you know, Halloween stuff. But luckily I can usually go into my storage and find the pieces I did from the only way I stay ahead, you guys, is if there's stuff left over from last year. Like, I found all these metal luminaries from last year because I'd ordered a ton of them, and I was like, yay, I'm ahead. There we go. All right. So that'll kind of go right. Kind of wanted it in the hollow of the cheek. I think that'll be really cool. And then I may do, I'm going to put the appliques on, and then I may do just some regular painting with Debbie's. Like, this has like these little ridges I could play with. I could play with the teeth. Like, there's a lot else I could do. And then I could embellish with a paint pen. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. And they're just paper. So we can attach them just for an actual mask, which I think would be kind of pretty. Or just hang on the wall. Let's see, if I sell it as a mask or art. Same price. Betty, hey darling. All right, so do you guys have any questions for me on any of this today? I'll give you kind of a recap of what we did. So number one was my client who was inspired by the kind of carriage pumpkin that I did asked for one in purple. So we played around with adding all the colors, mixing up carnival, right? And blue iris. And we just went layer after layer after layer of colors. So I'm going to actually keep going here while we're talking. And then the top layer, remember what we did was just we added a little bit of acrylic paint as an accent color. That's how we got this purple right here. I still think we came pretty darn close to getting a true, more of a heather color. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm putting more color on because I like to layer this up a lot, but also I'm dipping in water before I put on, which helps spread out the colors. But also you could, don't forget, you could also use your water bottle. But I just like going up and down, and don't blend your colors too much. Like let them, you know, let it be different colors. That's okay. All right. And then we made the IOD molds, and then I held them on just with blue tape just to hold them in place so they dry properly. If you are going to paint this the exact, hello from Connecticut, rock on. If you are going to do this, and here, let me tilt up because I haven't seen you guys in a while. I haven't seen you. I had to put my glasses on so I can read your comments. If you're not going to paint your embellishments a different color, you don't need to do this step. You can just take them right now, get out some wood glue, and stick those puppies on. Just stick them on. They'll stay. They'll stay. Hold it in place for just a second, but it will stay. And then the next day you can come in and just keep, and then you can paint them in place. So I only did this second step because I want to have them be complementary colors. Okay. Once they're all on there, and I'm gonna go live probably this week with finishing this up. So that's why I've got my YouTube channel up there. So even after I leave Debbie's, I'm gonna keep working on these. So just check me out, subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm kind of moving a lot of my videos there, even more so than Facebook. Why? Because it's easier to find me. Debbie has told us this for a long time, and she is right. If you want to find the video on the thing that you want to learn how to do and search on it, okay, so they're all going to be there, well labeled. But the last thing I did here is I waxed the whole thing, and then I did a metallic wax. Okay, you see there are some cracks, but I'm not worried about it. I kind of like it. Makes it look old and weathered, like it's not a plastic pumpkin from the dollar store. Right? Okay, and then, so this is all variations in color. And then I put on a little bit of dark wax just into the nooks and crannies. Can you all see that? Here we go. I think that's about it. Hello from Vancouver. Awesome, you guys. So what was your favorite? Is it doing the mold? Do you like the mold better? Or, I mean, the pumpkins or the sugar skull? Here, I'll close my eyes. I'll read later. No. Do you like that better or that better? It's kind of like, do you have a dark soul or a happy soul? It's really smelly in here with this E6000 glue. I got to tell you, glue. Wood glue is fine. I happen to have the E6000 craft glue. This is really good too because it's goopy and it'll hold things in place. But if you're putting it on wet, the wood glue is perfectly fine. Okay, you guys. You like both? Thank you, Linda. Thank you. You guys, please, if you enjoyed this today, please share with a friend. I'd love to see you guys over on my YouTube channel. And I'd also love to invite you into my craft club that will be opening up to the public free of charge. I'm just giving it away. I'm just giving it away. Why would I do that? Because I just it's a long story, but I would just rather get on here and just share. Just buy some paint from me, buy the t-shirt, say hello, follow me. You know, there are lots of ways to support an artist, but I've decided I don't want to run a paid membership group anymore. And my membership was awesome, and that's why I'm going to keep it. I'm just not going to charge for it. I'm not getting rid of the group. I love running the group, so we're going to have a lot of fun together. Okay, you guys, so thank you very much for hanging out. Thank you to all the ladies, all the DIY paint ladies who are on here and sharing a little bit of their soul with you each and every day, sharing their creativity. Let's give them all a round of applause. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's volunteering for it. And so we're just happy to be here and sharing what we know. All right, you guys, have a fantastic day, and check out my pages, and I hope to see you right here pretty soon. Okay. Bye. Oh, I made it in time today, too.